Good morning. Namaste. This is Mikaila. Thank you guys for attending this session today. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, depending on where you are. Today, I wanted to share with you some poses that hopefully will bring mindfulness to your practice. If you practice yoga, if you practice meditation, if you if you have a workout routine like I do, today is something I just wanted to share with you today because it's important that through all this chaos that we're experiencing, that we find peace within ourselves. Most importantly, the physical practice is wonderful, but if we have no peace up here or in here, I believe that there's not a completion of that. So we are going to be starting in a few minutes, actually now, and wanted to just do a shout out to Soulivity Latinx and Soulivity magazine for having us do this every Sunday. It's really a wonderful thing to have. We appreciate the following, we appreciate the comments, and we appreciate you. So in that case, that's what I wanted to start off with. So with that, let's begin. Come back onto our mat. And let's find ourselves in a nice seated position. So wherever you are in your practice, if you are an intermediate or if you're an advanced yogi, some of us decide to come into lotus. And if that's the case, you just bend your knees and slowly come into lotus. For me in my meditation, I decide to sit in a regular pose. So not regular, but Sukhasana, an easy pose. So let's start off with our eyes closed. Let's place our hands on our knees, just breathing normally. With each inhale, take in the presence of the moment. With each exhale, begin to let go of the past worries. And then let's start off with some even breath. So what I will do is I will count to 5, and in that time we'll exhale for 5, hold for 3, and exhale for 5, and hold empty for 3. So if you wanted to follow along, I'm going to start off with a deep inhale, exhale, and let's begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold empty for 1, 2, 3. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold empty for 1, 2, 3. One more time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lastly hold empty for 1, 2, 3. Good. So let's flutter open our eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. So as we continue in the seated pose, let's begin with cat-cow poses seated. So what we'll do is keeping our palms on our knees. Let's inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, rounding the back. If there's any tension in the neck, you don't have to bring your neck back. You can just keep that neutral. So just to demonstrate, when we inhale, lifting the chest up, we can just keep our necks at level, and then exhale, round. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So let's come on our hands and knees for cat-cow pose. So when we are in cat-cow pose, in this pose, the shoulders are aligned with the wrists and the hips are aligned with the knees. So in this pose, we're going to inhale, again, lifting that chest up. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And while we're in this position, let's see if we can just swing our hips around, maybe to the right for a few times. Just loosen up those outer hips, spine. And then the other side. Good. So coming back to stillness, try some balancing now. So staying in this pose, we're going to extend our left hand out and left leg back. So what you're doing is you're engaging that core in order to hold balance and hold alignment in the pose. So we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, begin to bring your left palm down, right knee down. We'll do the other side. Inhale, lifting that right arm out, extending that left leg back, maintaining that balance, breathing. Two more breaths. And then let's exhale. And then let's come into child's pose. So if you'd like an extra hip opening, you can just spread your knees out, or in regular child's pose, Balasana, just come back. And then let's come back to hands and knees. And still working on a little bit of that core. Let's take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, slowly begin to bring your bum to your ankles. So instead of collapsing your bum into your ankles, we're going to slowly see, and let's see if we can hover there for a moment. Being mindful of the pose, being mindful of your core. And then let's come back up. And then one more time, begin to slowly bring your bum down to your ankles. Hover a little bit over it. Good. Come back to hands and knees. Bring the palms closer to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes. Inhale, downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, all 10 fingers are spread. Spread wide. Your shoulders are drawn in. And if you feel any tension or stiffness in your calves or hamstrings, feel free to pedal your feet. until you find stillness. Stay here for one more breath. And then for a moment, let's begin to bend our knees a little bit. Some more core work here. And let's even hover over your mat. A little core work today. And then come back to downward facing dog. And let's inhale that left leg up. And we'll balance it. And then slowly begin to bend that left knee over the right hip. And then inhale, lift that leg back up. And then bring it down to meet the right foot. The other side, inhale. And then slowly bend that right knee over the left hip. And then inhale, lift that right leg up. And then exhale, having the right foot meet the left. And let's bend the knees, bringing the knees down to the mat. Come back into child's pose. Let's lift up for a second. Come back into hands and knees. Cat-cow, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Great. So let's come back into a seated position. And staying in this pose for a moment, let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhales, deep exhales. And let's work on some twists. So let's place our fingertips in front of us. And let's take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, slowly begin to bring your fingertips in front of you. And we're not folding yet. What we're doing is we're just giving our spine some time to assimilate to the pose. So staying here. Now you can place your palms directly on the floor. What I like to do is bring my fingertips up to engage my shoulders. So whichever you choose, whichever feels most comfortable. Let's take another deep inhale and see if you can fold a little bit more. Let's take another deep inhale and then fold. And then when you're ready, come back up and take another deep inhale. And as you exhale, begin to slowly move your fingertips to your right. Take another deep inhale, exhale, hold. And then inhale, lift up. Take another deep inhale, exhale, come back to center. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to slowly bring your fingertips to the left. Let's take another deep inhale. Exhale into twist back. Move back to the front. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fold. Begin to slowly bring the fingertips back. Let's take a moment again to breathe. Be mindful of that breath. Now let's start a little bit more with a twist. So staying in the seated pose, we'll take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, begin to bring your right hand back and place your left hand on your right knee for a subtle twist. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can bring that right hand more to the back of you. Breathing here. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly begin to bring that right hand back to meet your left. And then come back to neutral. We'll take a deep inhale. Exhale. Into the other side. Placing the left palm on the mat. Right palm on the left knee. Breathing here. And then taking a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to see if you can bring that left hand further behind you. Just stay here. Again, if there's any tension in the neck, just feel free to keep your neck neutral here. Good. Now take another deep inhale and slowly begin to bring that left palm back to meet the right, and then come back to neutral. So let's continue with some hip openers and ways to open up our emotions, because it is known that the theory is that a lot of our emotions are hidden deep within the hip area. So if you're feeling like me this week, I've been feeling just chaotic, and I've been like holding a lot of emotions in, or what's been happening, it's difficult for me to reveal my emotions sometimes, but using the power of yoga can help you just bring out a little bit of that emotion. It doesn't have to be shared with everybody, just to know, to be aware that you have these emotions and you're working through them. So there are different ways to do this. We can come into Baddha Konasana, which is also called butterfly pose. Depending on how tight your hips are, you can soles of the feet together, and you can either bring the soles of your feet closer to your body, like this, or you can bring the soles of your feet farther away from you, depending on where you are in your practice. So we'll stay here for a moment. Keeping the spine straight. And we'll take a deep inhale, depending on where you are in this pose. I'm going to slowly and gently take hold of the ankles. Inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can fold forward. And breathe here. knowing where you are at this moment, aware of your body, the space that you give yourself every day. We'll take another deep inhale. And as you exhale, begin to see if you can fold a little bit more, keeping that spine straight. And the goal is not the fold. And the goal is not if you can grab onto your ankles or not. The goal is the breath. And the goal is to see where that breath takes you in your practice. Let's take another deep inhale. Exhale one more time, staying in this pose or seeing if you can fold a little bit more. And then inhale, slowly coming back up. Perhaps if you need to use your fingertips to walk yourself back up. Let's extend our feet out. Give them a little shake. And then let's continue with the hip opener here. So bring your right sole, your left sole into your left inner thigh. And then flexing both feet here. I'm going to inhale and exhale, begin to fold down. So keeping that spine straight again, keeping that foot flexed wherever you are. If you're here, stay here. Take another deep inhale, and then exhale, begin to see if you can fold a little bit further down. And then wherever you are in this pose, take another inhale, exhale. And as you inhale, begin to slowly bring the fingertips back up. And let's do the other side, bringing that right sole into your left inner thigh. Take a moment here. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to slowly bring yourself down. Again, keeping that spine straight and your extended foot flexed. Take another inhale and fold forward. And then take another deep inhale, exhale, inhale. Begin to walk your fingertips back up. Once again, extending both feet out. Get a little shake. And then let's try a little deeper hip opening today. So taking both feet, straddling them out. So wherever you are in this practice, if you're flexible enough to come into a wide-legged straddled fold, wide-legged forward fold, that's wonderful. If your hips aren't that open and you choose to stay here, wherever you are in this practice, this is your practice and it's your experience. So, and your mat. So coming back here, wherever you are, placing the palms on the mat or fingertips on the mat. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, slowly begin to bring your fingertips out. So a lot of my students have not issues, but they're challenged with opening up their groin area, which is very common. So if you are feeling a little pressure or pain, please stay neutral. If not, stay with me here and breathe. And then take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, keeping both feet flexed, not sure if you can see me through the camera here, but both feet are flexed. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, begin to see if you can slowly come down. Take a deep inhale, exhale. When you're ready, take a deep inhale and begin to walk your fingertips back to neutral. Once again, bringing both right foot and left foot feet together, have a shake. And as we begin to do our closing practice, let's go alongside of our mats here, if you're not already. And first, let's see if we can just take a moment just to be here. So in Dandasana, which is staff pose, the palms are firmly placed on the mat. Your feet are flexed, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to stand here, sit here, knowing that this is an active pose. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and then inhale. As you exhale, begin to slowly move forward, maybe staying here or placing your palms on your thighs or on your shins or even on your ankles maybe. Staying here for a moment. Take a deep inhale and see if you can fold forward. And then when you're ready, you can just slowly bring your fingertips back to Dandasana. And then let's come back on our backs. So when we're on our backs, we did a lot of spine work today. So let's bend our knees, bring them to our chests, hug your knees into your chest, begin to slowly move, swing back and forth, keeping that spine fluid. And then finding stillness. And now let's come into happy baby, which is grabbing hold of the outer parts of your feet, or if you're more comfortable, the inner parts of your feet. If you're here, outer parts of your feet, staying in this pose, you're swinging back and forth. Finding stillness once again. And then when you're ready, bring the knees together and then extend your feet out as we come into our final pose, the corpse pose, which is Savasana. Palms are face up, feet are locked out, staying here. With every inhale, you're breathing in the moment. Every exhale, Begin to imagine your shoulders beginning to be heavier on your mat. And when you're ready, you come back to the breath, maybe wiggling your feet, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. And then turning to your right for a moment. And then coming back when you're ready back to where we started in a comfortable seated pose. Thank you all for attending today. It means a lot. And as a thank you, let's bring our hands to our forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to our heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. And finally, bringing our palms to our mouths to reminding us to have clear and loving communication. Please continue to be kind to your brothers and sisters. We are all one. And thank you so much again. Namaste.
Soulivity Magazine brings you the best in inspiration on Soulivity TV. Check out our new shows. Mark your calendars for Soulivity Magazine shows by going to soulivity.com now.